This is Zarina Dimitrova, your host, and I'm here today with the Cards of Truth Master, the one who leads you in your love labyrinth, Alfredo Diaz. Hi, Alfredo. Good.
Hi, Sorina. Thank you for the introduction. You know, I'm a newbie in the Card of Truth, but I have been studying deeply, and I enjoy this a lot.
You can't tell that you're a newbie by the previous videos that you made. They were so in depth and people really enjoyed them. So I think you're really good, actually. And the reading,
thank you for that.
And the reading that you gave me was extraordinary. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So today we're going to be talking about relationships. Is your favorite topic, so to begin with. So you're focused on that, right?
That's correct.
And today we're talking about a building block of having a good relationship, which is self-worth, and how we can recognize this in the Cards of Truth and in the synastry reading, right?
Yes. It took my attention when I was researching about the relationships. That sometimes you find in a spread that they are not very favorable for people to meet another people. I mean, you can find cases where maybe the spread is preventing the people to have a relationship, and sometimes it's very frustrating for the people.
You mean desperation, or what is preventing them? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Preventing is they have many obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know
destiny. Okay.
People when they say to you or they say to themselves, well, I want to be in a relationship, and for some reason it's not possible. Something is always wrong. Something is always, an obstacle, or something is averting me to have that.
I've had cases where people say it's impossible for me to find a relationship for many reasons. They always come up with a good amount of reasons why it's impossible for them to enter a relationship to begin with, or to find somebody that meets their criteria. And then the second group is people that hop on the same types of relationships and they repeat. For example, they always end up with a selfish person or with an egocentric or something like that.
All of that have some reasons, and the Card of Truth is a very nice tool to find out what's going on. When I propose to you to talk about the self-worth, it's because one of the main conditions we need to have, one of the core conditions that we need to have ourselves to relate to others, is to have, maybe when I'm gonna say something very obvious, but we need to have great values and a great purpose. And why? Because in those cases where people are difficult to meet others, sometimes they are lost, or maybe they haven't found their purpose in life. Maybe they have found their purpose in life, but they haven't found the right person that come with them and help them to accomplish that goal in life. I don't know if I'm explaining myself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're clear. I'm just wondering whether the person we are with is always supposed to be helping with our own purpose, or because some people are lone wolves, they prefer to do things on their own, or especially work related.
Yeah, for instance, if you find someone that wants to, his self-worth is to become a monk and go to Tibet. Of course, by default, he doesn't want to relate anyone. Only his mates, they are in the temple, in the, you know, in the, there is a name, I will find out during our conversation, because it has to do with Jupiter, or the Jupiter position, or the 7 cups.
Celibate,
We
you mean if
will
they have to
get
stay?
there later. Excuse me?
Do you mean if somebody's born to be celibate, so not to have a relationship? Yeah.
Yeah. There are people that are celibate. This is their purpose. So by default, we don't have to be worried about it, because, I mean, their purpose is just to be, they found their own ashram. Is going to the Tibet, for instance, or to some temple, monastery, and be there a monk. The point there is, for instance, if their parent doesn't allow him to be a monk, this is a problem, because he's not getting what he wants. That's why the self-worth is very important. If that person has cultivated himself, that he will fight for what he wants to do, he's going to become a monk, and he won't relate to anybody.
So this.
But maybe, yes.
I'm just thinking, maybe. Sorry for interrupting. I was just thinking, would this be then defined by the cards that define his parents, or that person's parents?
Well, when you see the card through, you can check the profile of the person. Maybe he wants to become a monk, and you can find that out in the card of truth. For instance, if somebody has so many spades, I mean, I'm not telling you that the space for the monk people, but most of them are this card. For instance, I have it here, some like this. This card is not easy. This is the root for everyone. Every one of us has to have this card strong, because this is like the root of the tree. It's like we are a tree. As a matter of fact, you can see this card. It's like a tree. If you have the root strong enough, meaning that if you want to be a monk, you will be a monk, even if your parents say no. But what happens if the parents are stronger and they say, no, you are not going to be a monk, you're going to be a lawyer. And he's going to be an unhappy lawyer. And this unhappy lawyer wants to be by himself, learning about how to communicate with the universe, with the great souls in heaven. But he wants to marry, but he needs to marry because he's following his parents' advice. He's going to be very unhappy. What I'm trying to say here is, if you are not able to find out what is your great purpose in life, when you are relating in a relationship, probably you are going to fail in the relationship. That's why it's so important that you review before you commit to something else. This person that wants to become a monk wants to marry his ashram, not a woman, or if a woman, a man.
This is super interesting. I've never looked at it from this perspective, but yeah, you're right. Purpose and relationships are very closely connected, and values as well. Of course, if nobody, if they don't align with your path, of course you're not gonna get along. And but you're going even deeper. Yeah.
What happened is, Sorina, is what remedy I have when I found someone. For instance, let me share a screen right now. I promise myself I'm not gonna share a screen today, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
This one. You can see these two here. Do you see the screen?
yeah.
In the second square here, this is Mr. Smith. Remember last cast that we did?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, last week.
Mm-hmm.
So for her 64 quadration, she have a nice two of hearts. Wow, two of hearts is in Sanskrit flying together, in love, connecting in love.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in Jupiter card. You know, Jupiter is, you say, "Whoa, Jupiter, oh my goodness, you're gonna have the best relationship possible." But in this case, Jupiter is in the fifth position. Fifth position is odd position with a nice even card. They don't match. This card is meant to be adverted. So you want to have a relationship during this year, it will be difficult. So how is possible that this person can accomplish a relationship this year if her purpose is matching with the purpose of the person that he meets, or the person that she meets support her in this purpose? I don't know you. I'm making
I'm
myself
following.
understand.
Yeah, no, you're clear. You're clear. So the Two of Hearts actually shows you that she's focused on purpose, and because it's a Jupiterian card, you said, or?
Yeah, the Two of Hearts is a card. Two of Hearts is I want to connect
Mm-hmm.
sentimentally with my feelings, emotionally. You are searching for that. Okay, this is Two of Hearts, but when it's in a position like a Jupiter, which is a transitional position, it's like you say, oh no, I prefer an odd card there instead of an even card.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's something that won't last longer. So you want to have a partner, a loving partner, like the Two of Hearts. The principle says that it's going to be adverted. It's going to be why I don't find someone that suits or give me, all the good thing that I want to get from a partner, a loving partner. Because this year, I'm talking about this year only, it's not a year for partnership. But maybe if you go to the Jack quadration, you might find here, fortunately she had a Queen of Diamond here. But if you have the Two of Hearts here, is when you find people that in their lifetime, it's not easy to have a long-term relationship because they have a greater purpose. It's like when I say, oh, I want Madre Teresa to be married.
Yeah.
If the Madre Teresa get married, maybe she won't become Madre Teresa in the greatest, all that she did, and all the figure, all that she had accomplished being Madre Teresa by herself. But maybe, yeah.
So what if there are people who haven't realized their purpose, but they desperately want to be in a relationship, or they think they want to? What would you say to them then?
Yeah, that's the question. And people say, well, I don't want to be Madre Teresa. I want to get married. So don't look for the relationship. You have to work in your own purpose, and working in that purpose is like you are changing the magnet, because when you work for the relationship in the position like this, in this two of hearts here, looking for the relationship, it's like putting a magnet positive with positive, and always you are looking, and the partners will be repelling.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
When you said, okay, I'm not gonna fight to looking for a relationship, I'm gonna let universe to bring me the Mr. Right. I'm gonna concentrate myself in what I know is my great purpose in life. So while these people said, I'm going to dedicate myself in my great purpose, the universe will send you the right person.
Can you
It's not
also
easy to... Yeah.
navigate people to find their purpose with the cards of truth?
Yes. I mean, as a matter of fact, the very first thing that you can find in the profile in the card of truth is the people purpose. For instance, in this card, I'm sorry, I had here the Jack quadration. I need to go to here, the Queen quadration. Here. This person is 7 of diamonds, and this is the passion. It's something that she was born with a very detailed person in regards of using her time, her resources, her money, everything that is getting on her hands has to be valuable and has to be used very valuable. Sometimes at the string stage, I will say that. Maybe she can be, for instance, she can spend $100 very good. She can squeeze that $100 in 200, or maybe she can be $100, convert that 100 in $1 because she's spending garbage. It's a string card because 7 is a string. As a matter of fact, 7 red is the death card. 7 in black is the tower. Nobody never wants to have those cards because they are very string cards. They always represent ends and new endings, but with some trauma. You have to pay a big bill, a big toll for that. But anyhow, that person, when they born in this profile, is a person that can deal with that extreme situations. They had that knowledge, and the skill is being building in the lifetime. What is the purpose when they combine the birth card with the ecliptic card along with the sun card? You can define the purpose of this person. Of course, if you analyze all the cards, because you also can have the profile of the person. I remember that this person, even that she had the birth card and they clicked in diamond, at the very end, when I made the profile analysis, I found that she is a spade. She is a combination between diamond and spades. So she has to take care herself because space has to do with health and always self-development, and the diamond is self-worth. Okay?
All right, but let's
She's
delve
gonna
into
be
the... I was thinking,
Excuse me?
let's delve into the purpose session another time, if you don't mind. And shall we return to the love relationship? Or is this or do we need this analysis to
well, yeah, well, when you had that profile, I mean, maybe this, I mean, I remember I mentioned that she wants to make exercise, to eat well, but the space, and she wants to invest her time and resources in a worth fashion.
okay.
So it's a picky person, okay? And she's gonna be working all the time in be healthy and using the money the best possible. Maybe not doing, depend many factors here with the planets. But when you have that profile, you can say, wow, this is the profile of this person, is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be working in, I mean, she's gonna be concentrated. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She's gonna be, I mean, with that profile, you already can, for instance, if myself, I say, I'm gonna meet this lady, I'm gonna go be a friend of her. So with her profile, I know how do I have to be dealing with her? If I want to go beyond, if I want to commit, or if I want to embrace, or even if I want to just be friend with her, with this profile, I know her preference. So I can make, I can evaluate myself saying, well, I'm willing to do that. Or maybe you say, I'm not willing to do it because I'm not going to stand in such kind of person. I need somebody that is more a connecting person, more heart person, or more thinker person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to the point, to the relationship, for instance, in this year. What happened with the person that in this case, she wants to have a relationship, but everything looks like the conditions are not on her favor. The winds are blowing against.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to follow her own purpose.
But that's also her natal spread, right? This is also her natal cards of truth because she also has the two. Okay. Uh-huh. So it's a very strong year of following her purpose.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the card of truth also, you can see here, yeah, you made a very good point. Yeah, very good point here that she had the two of hearts here. Wow, yes. It's not easy for her to make a connection in that, in a hand-to-hand with someone, because the message here is to accomplish this card, which is the Venus card. The Venus card is the fulfillment card,
mm-hmm.
the King of Hearts. And you see the moon is here, Venus is here, and Neptune is here as well. So she had a strong planets here saying, if you meet someone and you get married, maybe you're gonna be a housekeeper. Great purpose that you had a good knowledge or a great knowledge, the greatest and latest in regards to love, being an authority, being a person that can write a book about love, or being a person that can be a mentor or counselor to people about how love is all about. She won't accomplish that because she's married. Okay?
I'm not sure I'm getting it. So she can be an authority about love,
Yeah.
but although she hasn't lived love herself.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
these two hearts here
Mm-hmm.
is telling us that her priority is not looking for love. The love has to come to her. She has to be more receptive instead of looking for. It's like the people, you know, in those situations when you are looking and looking and looking for something and you won't find it. At some point in time, it happens that the last moment that you sense the love is coming, the love comes and arrives. Because you are concentrated in your self-worth and your great purpose. The universe will find you the right person to help you in your great purpose. And then and in that way, you will have the right partner, Mr. Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
So
mean,
she's not
believe
destined
me,
to be.
Sorina, it's not easy to understand that. To me, take me a lot of time to understand because Jupiter card is not easy. As a matter of fact, my master teacher Ernst, he made a video about how to handle Jupiter in the card of truth because it's confusing. Jupiter is adverted. When you say adverted, yes, it's all the thing that maybe you want to have it, but if you have it, it takes you, it's taking you out of your path for your great purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it's an even card. Because when it's adverted is what is that? It's all the obstacles that you find, you're not gonna find to the obstacle. It's you advert the obstacle. Oh, this traffic here is close because there is something happening. Oh, I'm gonna take this. I divert I'm gonna take another street. It's had the intelligence to avoid all those problematic notes in life. But at the very end, you accomplish your destination. It's like, oh, the bridge is broken. No, well, I want to pass over the bridge, but the bridge is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people say, no, I want to pass over the bridge. Well, no, there are people that say, for instance, you have an odd car, immediately you say, the bridge is broken. I'm going to take this other way. Maybe I have to pass the river with a horse, or maybe I have to take a boat, but I'm not going to use the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But you can find people that say, no, I need a bridge. It's the only way I'm going to pass. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be waiting a couple, a person, a partner, because they want. They say, I'm going to impose to life that I need that person. I want that person.
Yeah, so some of them will be then obstinate and others will be resourceful and find other ways to get
exactly
what they want.
When is resourceable? When you have an out card, because they are the ones that are accustomed to handle adverse situations. Mm-hmm. It's like the experience. You say, well, okay, the elevator is not working. Okay, I'm gonna take the stairs.
Yeah.
But maybe another person say, no, I need my elevator. I need my elevator. So maybe she's going to spend, or he's going to spend a lot of time waiting for the elevator to be fixed or the light to come back, the power to take the elevator. Otherwise, they don't move. So if you don't have your purpose very well found it, you will find many situations with the elevator broken or with the bridge broken.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't have that agility to say, oh, I'm going to divert this. I'm going to find another way to get to my goal, to my target.
So
In
may
the
I ask you
relationship,
something then? Because you
yeah,
said in this position, the Jupiter position, it's better to have an odd number. Does this mean
yeah.
that the people are less focused on their purpose then? Or it's not their primary goal to follow or to accomplish something great?
Good question. The, the point here is when you had, for instance, this card. I mean, two of hearts, if somebody show you a two of hearts, you relate that with partnership and especially emotional, loving partnership. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But when it's in an odd position, like this one, you need to work yourself in your knowing yourself better and working in your own purpose, working in your self-worth. When you find someone like this that knows who it is in life, what he wants, and the person knows his value, it's like a magnet. She or he will attract the right person. But if that person with these two hearts in that position insists in giving priority, finding the loving partner, and giving second or third priority on their own purpose on regards to love, they're not gonna find the right person. Maybe he married or she married, but she's gonna marry the wrong person because he's giving all the energy to find something that has to be received. You have to be receptive. Your energy has to be receptive instead of active. I don't know.
I have two questions though here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Just curious. So that means that if she is very strongly oriented towards her purpose, and then she's attracting somebody like a magnet, this person though needs to be supportive of her purpose, right? And if he's focused on his own purpose, then it won't work. So there's always somebody who's leading in a relationship and somebody who has a supportive role, or in this case at least.
It's like, for instance, we are in this holistic business. Okay. Let's put myself. Let's put myself as an example. Mm-hmm. I love this holistic business, doing holistic life coaching or whatever it's called. If I'm clear about what I'm doing, my value, my self-worth, believe me, to find someone, suppose that I had a two of hearts. I don't have two of hearts. I don't remember. I have another card there. But suppose that I had a two of hearts. If I want to have a loving partner, it's better for me to be focused on what I'm doing, with my open door to someone that is in my same wavelength that I am. Mm-hmm. Oh, my great purpose is to share the knowledge about Kairos True, astrology, or any other holistic well-being subject, that at the very end, when I am with someone else, when I meet that person, I immediately feel that that person is going to help me to do greater things that I'm doing myself.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to come naturally.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm looking for her.
Yeah.
Because I had the two hearts there adverting me. So I need somehow to attract the right person. And the key to attract the right person is to believe in yourself and your own purpose and your great purpose.
Mm-hmm.
This is the key. Especially when it's like what happened when, remember in the last video, we talked about Venus for men,
Mm-hmm.
and Jupiter for women. Why these two figures, let's say? Because they represent the ashram. Venus is the ashram for men. Jupiter is the ashram for women. It's because it's the long term.
Mm-hmm. What if it's a three of hearts, or if it's if the person has another card that is an odd card?
Oh, excuse me?
What if the person has a card that is odd, not even?
Oh, well, it depends on the spread. I mean, let me see. Let me see if I found, let me use myself.
Right, because in this case, the person won't be focused on their purpose as the number one thing in their lives, right?
Yeah. You know what happened? It may be the person that I always looking to have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
In another I have an example here. For instance, this person is Anthony Hopkins,
Mm-hmm.
the actor. He has the three of spades.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So he's going to have problems. I mean, let's imagine that this card is defining the loving relationship. What happened is there are several factors that not necessarily the Jupiter card is the one that is defining the relationship. In the other case, oh, she's having problems.
I understand what you mean, because in this case he's a man, so it would probably be the next card that is the Venus card, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. For instance, yeah, we need to look for Venus, and we need to look for the 7 cups. But imagine that we are concentrated in the Jupiter card. He has a 3 in a 5 position.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the 3 is the will. How you handle such situation with your strength. So he will find a way to fight for his love. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be easy,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gonna figure it out.
So he's the active force in a relationship.
He's the active force. That's correct. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
But here with Mr. Smith, it's a receptive force.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in one way, especially 2 of hearts. When I see 2 of hearts always in Jupiter, I say, oh my God, this is not good. If I found in Mars, or if I found that in the Saturn, is when I say, we need to figure this out, how this can work. Okay? But the point beyond that I want to, I will say that I would like to explain better is when you find those situations when a woman or a man has a bad they had a bad configuration for love, because we say it's damage. Venus for him, Jupiter for her. The best way to heal that situation is the person itself works in his own character purpose. And that way, he or she will find the right person that will help him or her to accomplish such great purpose. It's like when you find, like I was doing the explanation, maybe I'm concentrating in this kind of true and the tarot and the astrology and very focused on this. For some reason, the universe works in the way that I will meet someone. Suppose that I'm single. I will meet someone that will love what I'm doing. And part of her purpose is to be with me, helping me doing this, and she will have the benefit from my side, helping her in her purpose as well.
Beautiful. Yeah, love it. Yeah.
So both flows together.
Yeah.
They don't need to knock doors or go to the bar or let's go and use match or harmony. All this, I mean, I don't want to give any bad promotion on that. I mean, anybody can use whatever they want to. But that's not the solution. The solution is believe in yourself, know your self-worth, and work always in what you believe the best for you. Not in the narcissistic way or the egocentric. No, it's because it's a great purpose, because everybody has a great purpose. So what is the key here? To discover each individual great purpose. So the beginning of the relationship is know first who you are, what is your value, and what is your great purpose. In that way, you will find a good match or the best match possible, because everything works, the energy is supporting each other, and they can flow together for something greater, something that I think you know it is, you know, the subdivision charts when we talk in Vedic astrology, when we evaluate.
I can't say I know them. I'm aware of what they are. I've looked at them, but
but I'm not gonna put you in profound things, because I'm not an expert in that. Also, I know Vedic, but I'm more focused in Carlos True. But you know, the 7 chart, the Satantia is the 7, is the relationships. So we have to evaluate, you know, Vedic talking about wise talking. You evaluate that, and you evaluate also the ninth division, the Navansha. If you find there are Venus and Jupiter, well, depending if his or her, in a good expectation, that means that what you attract is the right person. but sometimes, and so, and in those phases, I mean, yourself, then how you meet the other person. What is the purpose to meeting someone and be with that person? It's because whatever you want to do, you can do it with someone else. I mean, you cannot do it, baby, by yourself. Of course, there are methods now. You can go to a clinic and do it, but I mean, naturally talking, if I want to have baby, which is a good purpose for family, for my legacy, I need someone.
Mm-hmm.
But the best thing is someone that also is aligned, she's harmonious with my great purpose, so I can have a long-term relationship. It's not only the kids, it's beyond that. So that's why you are thinking in real, when you receive the blessing, you say you are married forever. Yes,
The
it
ninth.
both.
That's why you're looking at the ninth, you mean?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And making that comparison, sorry for the people that doesn't know the Vedic, but this is a comparison with the Kairos True. If you find in the Kairos True the great purpose, so you can use that information to make a better match. And even if you had cards that are not very good, like the Two of Hearts in Jupiter, for instance, suppose that Jupiter had the 7 cups, and that Jupiter has the Venus there, or Jupiter there, all the conditions, you know. And you say, oh my goodness, but it's in Jupiter, it's adverted, what am I gonna do? Do whatever is your main purpose, because in that way, doing and believing in yourself, the right person is coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
And you will receive it in the least moment that you think she's gonna come or he's going to arrive. And the magic
Will happen.
appears.
And when you say the self-worth is another component, do you actually put it together with purpose? Do you say that whoever has discovered their purpose actually sees their worth, or do you have it as a separate component, the evaluation of the self-worth?
Well, yeah, good question. Well, self-worth has to do with this card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You find value in who you are. That's why I use the ace, because ace is you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Great purpose, this one. Yourself is this one. Maybe I'm doing here.
You have to put it together for everybody because we have no clue what that means.
Yeah. When you have these 3, or I'm sorry, here,
Mm-hmm.
then you find the love of your life. I mean, I'm
It's
very
like poker.
simplistic now.
This is like
Okay?
poker. You need, I don't know what it's called, but you need a very good hand. What if you don't have it?
Exactly. This is the ideal. I mean, but you know, there are so many combinations, many things that we have the tools to deal with this. Because why? Wow. Because, oh, what happened with this? Because why this is important? Because this is you. When the people born, it start with this card. This is you, yourself. I am. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is, I feel, I love, I connect, When a baby is born, it's like an ace of spades. And when he is in his mother's arms, getting nourishment, getting fed, feel protected, is a combination between this and this. Then when you are growing and finally you are, thinking, you have some, you are finding your purpose in life, because it's something that you start feeling even when you are a child. If you are in an environment that they make you, give you the security about what you think, you find your self-worth. If you are ready with that, you are a very good candidate for somebody that is looking for a love. So you will attract. The people loves to find someone that know who it is, how much he value, and what he wants. For the ladies, who can protect me? Protect me? Yeah, protect me. I mean, I'm not talking about the macho man that, no. It's not like that. It's because, I mean, a woman, she has some vulnerabilities, because when she's gonna have a baby, she's vulnerable when she's pregnant. And then when she releases the baby is born, she's still vulnerable. She needs someone that in the long term can take care of her for everything. That's the Jupiter figure. That's the ashram for the woman. Somebody that can be with her at least 25 years. While the baby is growing, go to school, then high school, then college, and bye-bye. The same for a man. He wants to be, and he wants to have the healthy Venus, because he wants to feel nourished and awarded for the thing that he does for her woman. But if they are healthy, Jupiter and Venus, fine, nice, good. But when you find some problematic positions, as we were talking at the beginning of the interview, how is the remedy for that? Is to believe in yourself before you commit to anything.
Yeah, and that was my question about self-worth, though. How do you find your self-worth? Is it related directly to your purpose?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, you got it. There is something that I found I did a little research in a course that I just did online with the University of Michigan. It's called Finding Purpose and Meaning in Life, something like that. And I did it because I found that when you are using the card of truth, one of the main questions everybody does is, what is my purpose in life? Because otherwise you can find many people lost in life. You can find even people in a very good high universities depressed. And some of them with some trends to kill themselves because they don't have any purpose in life. So you don't have any purpose in life. Do you think that you're gonna find the purpose in life when you marry another person? You're going to disgrace that person. Are you gonna blame that person to don't delivering to you what you expect because your principles that you are using are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Your your foundation is wrong. But if your foundation is good, you know the right purpose in your life.
Mm-hmm.
In that way, knowing, and that's why I relate that when you find your own purpose in life, your self-worth is strong because you know what you want and you know what is your value, and you will find the person that will help you on your great purpose. And this is the person that will help you with your great purpose. And also, if you married or you are having a serious long-term relationship, is something that is gonna last, and hopefully gonna last forever.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense what I'm saying? I mean,
Absolutely. And I'm thinking about the Canadian philosopher Jordan Peterson. Lots of people don't agree with him, but he talks a lot about meaning and discovering meaning and rather creating meaning because, he's a philosopher. He doesn't believe in esoteric and mystic principles like we do. So he believes that you create your meaning, which is also not that wrong because you're naturally going to tend to create meaning where your natural meaning lies. But anyhow, he says that he's saved, or lots of people come back to him and say, you've saved my life because I was on the verge of committing suicide because I had no meaning in my life. But then, he somehow helped them discover meaning. So what I mean is just supporting what you just said, that lots of people are on the verge of committing suicide, and purpose is so important for well-being in general.
yeah, I mean, I in this study that I mentioned of the University of Michigan, it's a course that is given by Dr. Victor Strecher. They found that having a meaningful life, they even help your chromosomes, your cells, to be healthy.
Yeah.
And because having a purpose in life is not having just any purpose, is because maybe you can have a grown purpose. There are people maybe that less thinking about the crusades to don't get in trouble with the current trends or situation, political scenes today. The crusades in the past, they had a great purpose, but they killed people. I don't think that is a great purpose.
You can stop sharing.
But it was a great purpose for people. Excuse me?
I'm saying you can stop sharing if you want. We don't, unless you want to explain something more about the cards of truth.
Now we can see each other better.
Yeah, but when you told me about your idea about the topic of this talk, I had certain expectations, but what you just showed me blew my mind because it's so logical. No, really, I'm not kidding you. I found the relation so profound that you made just now between purpose and the love relationship, and especially explaining how, there's the leading and the supportive role, and then a part of your purpose can be to be a parent and can be supported by somebody who's also aligned with your purpose and be a parent at the same time. For me, it was a beautiful expose of the topic.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. I just want to add something. Sometimes I was asking myself why in the Indian culture they had something here like a red signal here,
dot.
especially the ladies.
The red dot, yeah.
The red dot. It's like the third eye. And when I found in this course, in this training, don't please don't get me wrong that the teacher was, because the teacher is a public health existentialist teacher. It's not something about astrology, nothing about that. The University of Michigan is not doing something with Carol's truth and so on.
Yeah.
Okay. But when they do some research, even using a MRI, magnetic resonance, something, it's like, you know, for to measure the scanning. Yeah. And my point there is, when they do the research, when they did the research, it was another doctor. They found that the blood in the brain is coming to this point. When people ask who you are and what is your value.
Wow.
That point is called ventromedial prefrontal cortex. And I relate that with this dot on the, this point, and I say, that's why this therapy. It's when the people know, I mean, if the people can know who they are and they value.
It's only given to married women, though, in India. So that means that they're valued more. They're given like you're now valued.
Yeah. yeah. I mean, it's like well, for instance, I could say, well, you are married with your purpose. If you're married with your purpose, you are in the right. I mean, you have to first marry with your purpose to marry to another person to have a good relationship. And we can find everything, all of this. I'm not going to say 100%, but something that is more than 75, 80%, I think is a good system. That's why I like this system. Because when you want to provide a counseling to someone, I use tools, has my engineering background, that I know have been tested and they have been proven. Yeah. So I can tell, well, this is going to work, it's not going to work.
Thank you so much, Alfredo, for this talk. People can
contact you
for a consultation, and I can't wait to end this call so I can ask you a personal question.
You ask all the questions you want to. I tried. If I don't have the answer, I will find that out.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.